Welcome back to another edition of Holy Crap, Kodak is raising prices again. Yes, you heard that right. As we move into the year 2023, Kodak has announced that they are going to be raising prices by an average of 17% across their range. This comes from an article from Cosmo Photo where they spilled some of the details. The first of which is, like I said, it's going to be 17% across the range. But it's kind of weird how that's going to work. It isn't just all the films are going to go up by 17% at once. No, that would be far too simple. Apparently, they're going to make up the 17% through a combination of reducing the discounts on bulk packs. You know, those pro packs, right, where you buy 5 rolls of film at once instead of just the single roll. Apparently, they're going to be all but eliminating those discounts. So those aren't going to be such a good deal anymore. But also, they're going to be narrowing the difference between the price of a couple of select films, like Kodak Gold 200 and Kodak Color Plus 200 should cost relatively the same. So they're going to be bringing together the prices of both of those films. And for some films, they'll just be straight increasing the price. And like I said, 17% across the range, so maybe some films are going to see a little more, some films are going to see a little less, but the total increase is going to be 17%. And I think the logical question is, well, why are they doing that? Didn't they just increase their prices last year? Yes, astute observer, they did just increase prices last year, and I actually made a video apologizing for Kodak. They have at least given some reasoning this time, trying to justify their increase in pricing. And once again, it kind of makes sense. Kodak wants to hire 500 new employees to aid in the manufacture and development of film. And to hire those employees, it's going to cost money. They're going to need to be able to pay them. So it stands to reason that they would need to increase film prices to pay for that. Also, Kodak has pointed to needing some new machinery and equipment to aid in the manufacture of these films as well. So presumably, some of that 17% would go to procuring some of that equipment. What does that all mean? Well, at least to me, for a more positive spin on the story, it does show Kodak redoubling their interest in investing in film and continuing to see the growth of film into the coming years. So I think that's a good thing. The downside is this growth and reinvestment in film is obviously going to come on the backs of us film shooters. I know that if you guys have looked at B&H or Adorama lately, there aren't that many folks making color film anymore, especially with the reports that Kodak is even making some of Fuji's last remaining color films. So unfortunately, at this point, Kodak is pretty much the only game in town if you want to shoot color film. So it's not like many of us can actually go shoot another brand to protest Kodak's raising of prices. Long term, I hope this does benefit photographers, and I think it probably will. I mean, we all remember those times during COVID, and honestly, even continuing until today. It's not uncommon to log on B&H or Adorama or Freestyle Photo and see that the film that you want from Kodak is out of stock. Happens to me all the time. Anytime I want to buy Portra 400, you can set your watch by it. It's not going to be in stock when I need it. So I think that this is to alleviate some of that. With the resurgence in film, it would seem that Kodak at this point doesn't have an excess of supply on hand. So increasing prices, reinvesting that into the business, employees, new machinery to potentially better serve photographers going forward seems like a net benefit. And I think just for the future of film photography and the hobby in general, this is encouraging news. Seeing a major film manufacturer, Kodak, being ready to invest so heavily into film. If Kodak thought that film photography wasn't going to be around very long, it's unlikely they would continue to do that and they would allocate those resources into something else. But because they're reinvesting this money back into the hobby, back into film photography, I think that's a good thing for us. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Are you going to be chomping at the bit to pay that 17% price hike? Or are you mad about it? Anyway, let me know. But like I said, this isn't Kodak's first time raising prices. I made a video about that last year when they raised their prices. And unfortunately, the story is mostly the same. It's not like we have anywhere else to go. I guess we have no choice but to keep paying the prices. But check out that video I made last year if you want to hear me talk more about this topic. But as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.